Hey there guys, and welcome to another supplementary episode of Let's Play Persona 3 FES. So in this episode we're going to be fusing a whole bunch of personas, so we have a bit of our compendium to catch up on, and luckily we have like 4.3 million yen. So for our first fusion, if we fuse away some of our stuff here, like our Loki and our Raphael, we get the Skathach, or Skathach, or however it's said. We get her. The most bestest persona of the priestess Arcana. That was a disaster of a sentence right there, if I do say so myself. However, we get her, and we get like all of the levels, which is wonderful. So she's gonna actually get a whole bunch of neato stuff. She already has Myriad Arrows and Mabufu Dine, which are both wonderful, considering we don't really have a good Bufu persona, and Myriad Arrows is pretty neato. However, as you can see, she also learns Garudine, Garudine no less. And we might even get Power Charge out of the deal here, which would be neato for Myriad Arrows. So, yeah, that's a pretty sweet persona right there. And with that one, we can also, well, not with that one specifically. However, with Kumhanda here, no, not Kumhanda, it must have been Hariti. There it is. And if we fuse away our Thor as well, we get Abaddon of the Devil Arcana, because we don't have very many Devil personas so far, which is kind of surprising, considering we maxed out the Devil Link, but I think we already have, only have 3 or 4 of them? Or no, that's Death. We only have, 3 or 4 of Death. Devil we actually have a decent chunk of. And with Abaddon we have even more. Not to mention that's just, frankly, terrifying. Am I gonna get your heart item just right here, Abaddon? I doubt it. Oh yeah, there's no way. That's way too many levels. Considering we don't even get Null Strike until level 71. And then, hey, we get Null Slash as well. This could be a super useful persona. Null Strike, Null Slash, and Null Pierce? I might have to keep this guy around, just in case. What should I get rid of, however? Weary Thrust? Yeah, I'm not going to be doing much while tired. I'll forget that. Kind of neat spell, though, there. And then he even learns Absorb Strike, just for the fun of it. So, is there any other awesome personas I can fuse away while we're just sitting here talking? Hey, we could fuse a Hellbiker. We haven't seen one of those yet. Fusing away our Odin. Actually, that's pretty helpful. I haven't registered my Odin yet ever since he gave me his heart item, which he did give me his heart item. It's a trinket, an accessory, which basically gives you Divine Grace, doubles your healing output. Super helpful to give to, Yukari if you don't need the null electricity, or even Mitsuru if you wanted to. Or yourself, even, if you really want to. We fused Ghost Rider here, though, out of the deal. And now I don't have to worry about accidentally putting Odin into my compendium, and I can get another one of those items if I really want to. It's a neat way to grind on those items if you really want to. Endure, that's actually super helpful right there, in case you get accidentally murdered. I really do not think you need a Lek Amp, for any reason, at all. Now you absorb fire, that's awesome. Oh no, that's one more level away. My bad. Sorry. So with that, I think I will go look at what else I can fuse, and I'll meet you guys back here. So if I fuse away my Nandi with my Gur here, star plus moon equals death somehow, so apparently that means stars and the moon are out in space. Therefore, space must be death. Space, are you death? Yes, son. Now I can murder your family again. Something like that, I don't know. Loa, it's a very interesting looking thing with the snake through the skull and all that kind of stuff. Survive Light, that will be helpful considering you're weak against that, though then again I have Throne or Daisojo if I really wanted to be completely immune to everything. Because Daisojo is null to light and also has the ability null dark. I don't really care. Get rid of Tarunda for all I care. Just get rid of something, because I don't want your abilities, because I'm not really going to be using you. Get rid of Mamudo! No, actually don't get rid of Mamudo, I'd feel bad. Get rid of Fear Boost, because I don't really care about fearing people. Okay, there we go. Is there anything else we can fuse whilst we are here? Normal spread... Hellbiker? Yes, I can fuse my Abaddon away, which I just got, and get Seth. Also note, I am registering all these personas in my compendium as I go, because, hey, we're getting 5 free levels and all the abilities that come therein from them. So it's worth registering in my persona, even if they're going to be more expensive. But talk about a neat-looking persona right here. All coming from the Gourmet King, no less. So Fire Break, and you just have all the Augie everything. You don't get Fire Break for a long time, however. I hope your abilities that come after that are much more interesting. Null Ice? You're not even weak against Ice, though. You couldn't have gotten, like, Null Light or something? Oh, hey, Repel Light. Sure, I'll let something happen to Null Ice, why not? Hey, it's changed to Mabufudine, that's actually kind of handy. So he has Maragidine and Mabufudine. That's actually one of the more useful things I've ever seen come out of that. Is there anything else I can fuse here? To fuse a Kartikeya here in a second once I register my guys. Atropo, no, you don't fuse anything interesting. You also do not fuse anything interesting. Insert, you're super boring. Okay, so that's all we can fuse right now. BRB. Okay, so if we fuse away our Seth that we just got with our Skathoch thing, we get this guy, which is, or this girl, should I say, my bad. I'm sorry, you also have Myriad Arrows. That's pretty handy right there, if I do say so myself. You'll also be gaining a lot of new abilities. I also like the bird that you are riding on. Why, thank you, I'm not even sure I have 1,000,000 enemies, but I can make 1,000,000 enemies if you really want to kill them, I guess. That's actually probably not the right way to go about that. But hey, who cares, right? So Maziodine, absorb electricity. Well, I guess we're already null to it, but I could go for absorbing it too. Worse things can happen to me. And what is your final ability? Primal Force. Oh, okay. That's actually a kind of neat attack. We've had it used against us by bosses before. Is there anything I can fuse you with to make awesome? No. Okay, so now is the time to buy personas. Because we've pretty much fused away everything we can here to get interesting stuff. So, time to do some research. Okay, so let's start with some low-level personas here. First off, an Ost crossed with an Orpheus is a Legion. And we haven't... I could have sworn I've shown this off before, but maybe I, like, died and didn't keep it somehow or something. Or maybe I never showed him at all. He's kind of icky, frankly. Either way, here he is. He's all Legion-y and mainly just icky in general. His abilities don't really interest me. How he actually learns Setsi Dance, kind of beyond me. I mean, I guess people told him he could be whatever he wanted to be, so he wanted to be Setsi. But I don't quite get it myself. So next, with our normal spread, if we fuse our Alp with our Slime here, we get ourselves a Unicorn, which is a thing. I'm trying to think of... No, I do have to go back to the compendium and buy... You know what? I could actually do that on screen for all I care, kind of show off how I do the things. I have my computer that helps me figure out what to fuse with what. It's this cool program called Igor's Index. Someone sent it to me in a YouTube message. I think the creator might have done. And it's super neat. It allows you to basically choose any persona, and it will show all of the possible fusions for it. Like, sometimes 1,000 fusions to create one persona and stuff. And it's super helpful, because you can figure out, based on what you already have, and all that kind of stuff, how you can do it. So I need to buy back my Orpheus. I also need to buy an Apsaris. So, I mean, if you just Google search it, I'm sure you can find it. It's just a little Java applet. It's pretty neato. Pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. So give me that Orpheus there. Yes, I would like to purchase that. And then I need Apsaris, which is just right here. Sweet. And now we can fuse another 2 low-level personas that we did not have, somehow, over the course of our travels. We're quickly, like, finishing off, though. For instance, I've already finished off all the Emperor personas. And with this Orpheus crossed with... who was it that I needed to cross it with? Orpheus and Orthrus here. I can fuse a Huapo, which is the final magician persona that I have not shown. Which is kind of surprising, because I actually like Huapo. I guess I just never showed her off earlier. That's my own fault there. And then we already did, we actually have done all of the Priestess now that we showed off Unicorn. And there's actually one more Empress persona that we could have gotten a long time ago that we never did. Lianan Sid, or Sidhi, or... It looks like Seidel to me, whenever I see it. And that reminds me of cider, and now I just want apple cider, frankly. So I'm gonna call it apple cider. It's really Apsaris crossed with Niji Mitama gives you this guy, or girl, should I say. Empress, after all. Who we are not match ranked with, mind you. Like, pretty much everything we've used so far has gotten 5 levels, because we've been ranked 10. But Empress is one of those personas that we are not yet. Also, she's kind of pretty. I like her hair. Quite a lot. It also helps that she, like, turned it into a chair. It's a hair chair. That's pretty neat. Okay, oh, you didn't learn Diorama for a long time. Okay. Well, so with that's like my little burst of personas, so now I have to go back and do more research. Alright, guys, so if I fuse my Orpheus here with my newfound Huapo, I get a Barith of the Hierophant Arcana. We haven't fused a Hierophant persona in quite some time, actually. I don't think we have, at least. No, not really. I mean, Daisojo, I think, was like the last Hierophant that we fused. So, well, then again, I guess we don't fuse personas that often anymore. So it's not the end of the world, as we know it, because I don't feel fine. Frankly, actually, I'm doing okay. So we're okay here, thus far. Sure, something can happen to it. Poison Mist. I'll take a Poison Mist. I enjoy Poison Mist. On a nice summer afternoon. Sometimes. Sounds like I'm talking in like World War II or something. There's napalm everywhere. Okay, and now with my Renda here, I can fuse that with my Legion. At least I believe. Yes. And I get myself a Floros. Another Hierophant persona that we do not have. Which just leaves the very, very last Hierophant persona, which we can't use, but we will be doing later. Because I'm kind of trying to get the lower level personas out of the way right now, and then we'll come back through, like, on a second wave, and do all the higher level personas as well. Okay, you can take Sharp Student, and sure, I'll allow that to turn into Fear Boost, why not? I don't really care about any of this, frankly. Sure, Aguilau you turn into Windbreak? Okay, that's super not helpful at all, considering I'm weak to wind. Yeah, I'm just gonna make you the most useless persona there, Floros, I'm sorry. Is there anything else I can fuse, like, right now with myself? Doesn't look like it. Oh, well, I guess I could fuse my Barith with my Unicorn and get a Zotuten, because I could have sworn I showed this thing off, and, like, had one and stuff. I guess I was sadly mistaken, because I did not have it in my compendium. Otherwise I had it and died, but maybe I'm thinking of something completely different. Oh well. Well, here he is. He's kind of neato, pretty useful early on in the game, has a lot of, like, physical abilities. In addition to having some, like, Zeo, as you see there. But mostly physical stuff is what he's good at. So for you people who are still at the early game, or will be going back through at some point, I love this game so much, now you know. Also, Auto Sukukaja, you can replace Assault Dive, sure, why not? And Tarukaja, sure, why not? Maypatra, not very useful. Okay, so now I have to go fetch even more personas. Yay. Man, Orpheus is a part of a lot of these fusions. So if we fuse our Orpheus with our newfound that thing, we get ourselves Impusa here, which is the second to last Fortune persona that we need. Just the very final persona of that Arcana Norn, like the Grand persona, is the only one we have left to fuse. We are getting there, slowly but surely. We are maxing out our persona compendium as we work on this. So, Impusa, why don't you just give me all of your abilities, actually fuse them onto me so Sosuke gets Growth 1 and Mazio and all that kind of stuff, doesn't even need a persona, and then you can go swim in the sea with your little kitty cat fishy fish self. Something like that. And next, if we take our Naga... No. With our Impusa... No. what do I do? Piece of paper. Naga with unicorn. That's what it is. Except I fused away my unicorn earlier. Is there anything else I can do right now? Well, if I fuse my Naga with my Ampusa, I get Take Mikazuchi, which is actually super helpful, even though we already have that guy. Except for the fact that... Oh, do I? No, this is the one I need. For a second, I thought I needed Take Minakata. My handwriting is too small for myself to read, is what is going on here. But with this one, now we can fuse this guy with the Huapo that I bought, and then we'll be even more set for science and magic and a bit of both, possibly, because we'll be able to fuse Genbu, hopefully. Take Mikazuchi, you can just forget pretty much everything. I'm not even registering you, so I don't really care what you do or do not do. Genbu, one of the earlier Temperance Arcana personas that we never did because we always had Omoikane. However, this is one of a couple that we need. Seiru is another one, and then Okuninushi, I think, is the final one that we need. All in good time. And if that's not weird looking, I do not know what is. It's like a dragon snake coming out of the back of a turtle. Magic, like I said. Was not kidding. Okay, Genbu, give me stats or give me death. Preferably stats, because I don't think you could kill me. You're only level 32. Well, 34 now. Still probably not gonna kill me. Auto Rakukaja, sure. Just forget it. Forget it, thingy. Okay. Oh, hey, actually, there's one more we can fuse whilst we're still here. If we do Genbu cross with our Zototen, we get Pale Rider of the Death Arcana, which I have also not yet shown off. Next experience in 6667. Pretty typical for death, at least in America. In Japan, the number 4 is actually more associated with death than the number 6. Because it basically, that's how death is pronounced, just about, in Japanese, is the number 4. I mean, it's the same with, I think, Korean and Chinese as well. All those Asian languages, for some reason, 4 is death or something around there. It's like a stigma. Kind of like how in America, 13 is considered unlucky. So, like, a lot of hotels, actually most hotels, go from floor 12 to floor 14. It's the same in Asian countries. They go from floor 3 to 5. Not all the time, but enough of the time that it's a thing. So now you learned yourself something while we did Persona stuffs. Yay. Okay, so now with a unicorn crossed with a naga, which seems like a really weird combination if you ask me, but we get a Rakshasa with 2 scythes and stuff. Somehow, yeah, that happens. I don't really think of that when I think of a unicorn crossed with a naga. I think of, like, a naga with a unicorn horn, possibly, like, coming out of the back of a horse, kind of like the snake, dragon, and turtle was. That's kind of what I imagine, but apparently I imagine incorrectly, because this is what actually happens here. Getsu A, what a fantastic skill. Yeah, and we have a lot to fuse right now. We actually have a lot of things that we can fuse as we are here. I really wish these abilities went by faster, though, even though, like, I'm pretty much just skipping through them. Sorry, if you really wanted to see their abilities, you're more than welcome to look them up. I don't really have time to sit here and do it, though. And now if I cross my Omitsunu with my... That is not what I was expecting to receive from that, actually. Oh, no, yes it is. Because I wanted to cross my Omitsunu with my Kumhanda instead and get an Okuninushi of the Temperance Arcana. One of the final Temperance personas we need, actually. For some reason I was thinking that was not what I wanted to do. But it really, really is. Also, for a second, it looked like you had both of your legs cut, and that was blood dripping down them, but no, they are indeed ribbons. So, no worries. Also, you have a lot of swords. You have a knife on your front, you have a giant-ass sword on your back. I just don't want to mess around with you, frankly. Not to mention the bottom of your hair is cut so perfectly straight. It's, like, unbelievably straight. And even your hair is tied into a bow, it looks like. You're just covered in bows. Not to be confused with, like the other kind of bow, B-E-A-U. Not that. Okay, Fornius mixed with our Cert here Kind of, you might think, a waste of a cert. However, gives us a Seiru, another Temperance Arcana. That's pretty much all the low-level Temperance Arcana personas now. Yeah, I think that's... I'm trying to see what else we need, but I lost the Temperance on my piece of paper here. So... Oh, we still have two more high-level ones. However, both of those we can fuse right now as well. So, eventually, this is going to be a heck of an episode, if I do say so myself. Lots of fusing going on here. I mean, we're gonna get a pretty high percentage on our Persona Compendium right now. We're already like 65 or 66%. Maybe even more after these fusions that we're doing here. Is there anything else I can fuse right now? I don't think so. I think that's it. Though, let me just see with my Seiru here. Can I fuse anything? I really want a Samael, but I cannot. Okay. Wonderful. Actually, Chernobog, do we already have that of the moon? Moon, where are you on my piece of paper? No, we don't have a Chernobog. Oh, except I want to keep... Oh, you know what? I'll just fuse it. Sure, why not? Chernobog, I will fuse you right now. Kartikeya is worth keeping around because we did start the Aegis social link, and we will need a matching persona for that. And Orpheus crossed with that Kartikeya that I just fused away gives us the lowest level Aeon persona, which is Uriel. Or however that's pronounced. Also, that is the freakiest head right there ever. It's like a skull mixed with a mushroom. Mush skull. That just sounds like babies when they have mushy heads. Mushy's the wrong word for that. But I digress, I guess. Poison Mist, I'll get rid of you. I don't even want you. And what am I doing? This is a freaking level like 60 persona here that I'm never going to use ever in the history of my life. Goodbye, everyone. The Earth says hello. So with that now we're good. Okay, guys, so if we cross our Fornius here with our Loa, we get a Yamatano Orochi, which is a moon persona that we never managed to get, somehow, because we got, like, all the personas that were around him. So this leaves another two moon personas still to get. Luckily, I'm kind of able to, when I start with the lower level personas, it's also handy because then I can use the personas that I've fused in higher level fusions, and it's a way for me to save some money and just make my life more convenient as a whole. That's another reason that I'm starting from the lower level personas here, kind of a stepping stones, if you will, which is useful. I don't know where I was going to go with that. Probably nowhere. In fact, I think that was probably the end of my statement. However, I let it up like it was going to be more. Then again, I do that all the time, and then I just invent more. I didn't really feel very inventive right now. I'm feeling very data-centric at the moment. So my Ouroboros mixed with... Wait. Ouroboros mixed with Seiru. But what did I do with my Seiru? Did I fuse it away somehow? I could have sworn I had a Seiru. I just have to buy it. Oops. Well, I guess while we're here, we could do Chernobog crossed with Kaiwan, or crossed with Pale Rider, sorry, to get a Kaiwan, a member of the Star Arcana, who's actually a star, not to be confused with Taiwan. But yeah, that's pretty literal, if I do say so myself. Get rid of those two, and hello, Kaiwan, you are kind of terrifying looking. Yep, I would call that the definition of terrifying, perhaps. Also, you already have Invigorate 3. Why would you want to learn Invigorate 2? I mean, I realize that I've fused Invigorate 3 onto you, therefore you didn't know you were going to have it, and you were still going to learn Invigorate 2, but that's not the point. Vile Assault can overwrite Invigorate 2 because I don't even need that. No light, but you don't even have no electricity, so why would I want that? Oh well. There's another thing for you guys to chew upon. Stars to chew upon. Okay, so I can finally fuse my newfound Seiru, which I just had to buy back, because apparently I fused it away without noticing, with my Ouroboros, and get a Samael of the Death Arcana, which is a very multi-eyed, terrifying, flying, snake-like creature of red. Yeah, basically bad news bears. No matter how you slice it, there's no good news with that. Look at that! It has like 4 wings, and wings coming off the sides of its face, and that's a lot of wings. More wings than any dragon has need of. Not to mention more eyes. It's just not something you want to mess around with. Okay, Megado, you can become on this persona if you really want to. Do you learn any other Nido abilities? Not really. Mudoon and Ghastly Whale, I guess, is kind of handy. Beyond that, however, you're just a terrifying-looking persona, Mr. Man. Alright, so we have a couple awesome personas we can do here. If we mix our Latsmi with our Kaiwan, we get ourselves a Byakko of the Temperance Arcana, which is going to be super helpful in fusing a number of personas as we go along here. It's required in a cross spread as well. So it'll be helpful for that, because some of the personas that we have to fuse are indeed like cross spread or pentagon spread or even one hexagon spread personas. So we have a lot to accomplish still. There is still time to do very much. So get all these levels out of the way. Come on, Byakko. Oh, hey, you do learn Mazayodyne. However, you're only level 60-something, so I probably won't ever use you. I will just instantaneously fuse you away. Also, our Hariti with our... where is it? Up here, Atropo. Siegfried, the maximum level of the Strength, or the Max persona of the Strength Arcana, who we haven't really gotten to see. So let's see his 3D model here. Oh, I have blonde hair. I'm Siegfried. You should look at my sword. It's very fancy as I stab it through the air. Yes, that's pretty much exactly what Siegfried said. In that voice. That's not true at all. I lied to you. At least I'm honest, though. At least I'm honest about lying to you. Arms Master, which he did not learn, sad. That's the thing that gets the HP cost of your stuff down by half. Yeah, that's the one. Byakko, can I fuse you with anything right now? I don't think I can. No, I can't. So I will see you guys back here in a sec. This is an interesting combination indeed, Igor. Because if we go to our cross spread here, we can now fuse a Koru of the Hierophant with all 4 of those Temperance Arcana's personas. That's pretty neat looking. If I do say so myself, I'm actually pretty excited to see the 3D model of this one. Cross fusion, make it happen. Yeah, that's really neat. You have like 4 balls of like materia, or 4 balls. I'm sure there's some mythological thing that I'll probably get a comment about or something. Who knows? It's pretty fancy, whatever it is. Okay, Koru, you are in 1 cross-spread fusion down. Like 5 more multi-persona. I guess multi-persona isn't quite right. Someone with Makarakarn. I'll keep you around in that case. I'll get rid of Garula. I don't really care about. However, this is like the only persona that we know so far that has Makarakarn. So that's pretty awesome, actually. Null Strike? Sure, I'll keep that. Get rid of Weary Thrust here. I'm, like, never tired. And he learns Null Pierce soon, too. You are actually a persona that I'm going to consider keeping around there, Koru. Congratulations, you've earned yourself a place in society. My society. Super Genius Society. Society Genius. Another interesting combination here, once again a cross-spread of Omoikane, Takeminakata, Okuninushi, and Kikura-hime, not that you can't read that for yourselves, and we get Arahabaki, that's hard to say, kind of. Alertness, I actually don't know offhand what alertness does. Not an ability you see very often, so I'm actually quite interested in that one. If I can actually see. Hopefully he'll learn enough skills that he has to forget one, so I can take a look at exactly what alertness does. Okay, learn alertness here pretty soon. Something happens to invigorate? Sure, why not? Resist Pierce? Okay, I'll take it. That's actually a decent ability right there. Learn alertness. Ooh, you're gonna learn Tetrakarn too. That's wonderful! You are another one I'm going to consider keeping around, because now I don't need to worry about attack mirrors anymore. Alertness lowers odds of being taken by surprise. Oh, I guess that makes sense. So let's get rid of Survive Light. Considering you are null to light, I really don't think we need that. And Repel Ice we are not going to learn. Vicious Strike, sure. Divine Grace, I don't think he had any healing abilities at all. So the Divine Grace is kind of useless. But now we have a Tetrakarn and a Makarakarn persona. Wonderful. Igor, this is one of the most interesting of combinations. Because if we go all the way over here to the hexagon spread, with Ghoul, Pale Rider, Lois, Amaelmot, and Alice, all of the Death Arcana, we can fuse ourselves a Thanatos. This persona may or may not look familiar to you. Whoa! Mudo, Mamudoon, and Mudoon. Holy cow, and Die For Me. You actually inherited, I think, pretty much every dark ability possible right there. Which is kind of crazy. Do you not have Mudo Boost anywhere? No, I guess you don't. Okay. Well, that's fine. Actually, you know what? No, I actually might use Thanatos, possibly. So I'd like you to have a pretty awesome moveset. Die For Me and Mamudoon, don't really need it. Once again, with all the Mudo spells... can you get Die For Me and, like, a cool ability at the same time? Maybe Thanatos here anytime? Possibly Die For Me? Okay, no, that's, like, every dark spell possible. I don't need every dark spell possible, though. Bewilder, I guess you really just like inheriting dark seals. Okay, fine, whatever. You're gonna learn Mahama on anyway, not that that's super useful, so I will just take it and eat it. However, this is very similar to Ryoji's form, and if you remember in the very, second episode when we summoned Orpheus, something kind of popped out of Orpheus and, attacked the shadows for us, and then it turned back into Orpheus. That was Thanatos. If you remember, Ryoji lived inside the main character, Sosuke, and that was like Ryoji's power or ability coming out at that time. So, just a little interesting fact for you if you guys hadn't quite noticed that. I assume you probably had, but who knows? A one-handed sword master increases damage, which is awesome because we use one-handed swords. So, what should I get rid of? Bewilder? I think I'll get rid of Ghastly Wail. I don't really use Fear that often. And Brave Blade there. I don't think we're going to learn that, though. I think we're too many levels away from that. Pretty awesome, though, now that we have Thanatos. That's like a pretty epic persona that we now have, if I do say so myself. So, yeah, time to go fuse possibly less epic things. If we come over to the cross spread right here, with all these devil personas, we can fuse another devil, Lilith, here, who we could not otherwise fuse and is called for in a lot of persona recipes. So let's fuse her, get her out of the way. Wow, we are fusing just so many personas right now. I wonder what our compendium is at. I honestly have not really been paying attention to our compendium, so I'm kind of interested. Maybe I'll check that out after this. After she learns Megadola, which is, like, awesome. And I can replace... Oh, you have Makarakarn too. That's neato. I guess I'll replace Tsukukaja, because anything that's not Ma Tsukukaja is kind of really not useful. Fast Retreat, is that anything like Treasto? Increases chance of escape. Oh, but it doesn't actually make us escape. That's weird. Get rid of Sexy Dance. I don't really charm people either. Elect Break, do you even have any Elect spells? No, I don't really need that. Sorry, Elect Break. And Absorb Wind I'm not going to get. But hey, Lilith! Another Makarakarn. That's actually really handy. Oh, here's something. If we fuse away our Thanatos with our Gabriel here, we get, Gabriel. Or if we fuse Thanatos with our Koru, is what I was trying to say. Words, they escape me today. However, Gabriel here serves a multi-purpose. One, I need Gabriel, part of the Empress Arcana, so it's not going to get all the levels in the world. However, at level 71, it does learn Mabufudine. And I'm going to use this Gabriel to fuse myself a Lilith with Mabufudine. So, just, I guess I kind of maybe shouldn't have fused that Lilith earlier, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, I should look at my compendium while I'm here, because I said I was going to look at the percentage. Check requests, / compendium, register my Lilith and my Gabriel. I haven't even been back here yet. And 73%! We're getting there! Getting there! Slowly but surely. Before we work some magic here, if we fuse our Lilith with our Gabriel... Gotta get rid of the Lilith so I can fuse another one. Get rid of that with Gabriel here, and we get Cybele, of the Lover's Arcana, the maximum persona of the Lover's Arcana. So that is actually going to complete all the Lover's Persona. We have them all now. Personas, personae, personae, I don't know, add any vowel to the end and you get sounds. Hey, you learned Myriad Arrows, that's pretty neato. Why do you have Hama Boost, though? It's not like I really use Hama. I guess we get Bowmaster because it's Lovers and Yukari uses a bow, but we, like, never use bows. However, we also don't have any Hama skills, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And Makarakarn, we had Makarakarn on that, too. We're getting a lot of personas now that have Makarakarn and Tetrakarn. That's wonderful. So, let's fuse away our... Fuck, I just fused away my Gabriel, because I was not paying any attention. Okay, let's go buy back our Gabriel, because that's how we do here on Persona 3 FES. We just buy back personas that we fuse away. Register my Cybele. Yes, I would like to register them all. Now, give me back my Gabriel. Scroll, scroll, scroll. There you are, Gabriel. Buy you back. I'm just wasting all my money here. Well, not wasting, using. We're already down to 2.6 million. I'm running out quickly. I mean, I still have 2.6 million. However, I started out at almost 5 million, or 5 point something million, or 4.3 million, or I started out at an amount, is what I started at. I know, that's Captain Obvious, but it's true nonetheless. So now, normal spread. We cross our Gabriel, who has Mabufudine, cross that with our Aramitama here to get a Succubus, and we just have to get it to have the Succubus to have Mabufudine. Oh, not Sakimitama. Succubus here. Come on, I know you want it. Maybe if I start with... Oh, go back. If I start with Aramitama and go down to Gabriel here... no, still doesn't want to happen. However, this is way faster, and I think I'm getting the same thing every time. Yes, okay. This is ridiculous. Oh, there it was, and I had it! No! I was going way too fast. I wasn't reading them fast enough. I was only reading the right-hand side, and Mabufudine appeared on the left-hand side. Oh, I'm just all messed up now. All which ways of backwards. There it is, Succubus. You now have Mabufudine, which is wonderful. So now I do that, and then I fuse another Lilith the same way we fused them in the first place. And we will have a Lilith with Mabufudine. It'll be wonderful. And there we go, a Lilith with Mabufudine. So we can turn in that request now. Do I have 3 requests accepted right now? I think I do. Cancel? No, I don't. Sweet. Okay, so go down here to creating a Lilith with the thing. There it is, and we have done it, Elizabeth. We actually did a request while we were here, and it's magical. I did, and it was actually kind of difficult to create, frankly. Yeah, you don't even want to know what I went through to do that. I had to fuse 2 of them. 1 to show off, and 2 to do that. It was totally a thing. And now the final fusion request down here is creating a level 63 plus Loki. And right now we only have it at 58, so we're gonna have to fuse ourselves one. So let's do just that. First off, we fuse our that thing. With this thing, we get this thing of the Hermit Arcana, and it's a thing. I suck at pronouncing things tonight. Actually, I suck at pronouncing things all the time. So I can't make up my mind between Medea-Rama and Medea-Rama, even though I know Medea-Rama is correct, but I've said Medea-Rama forever. So it's hard to do. It's a hard thing. Evil Smile and Ghastly Wail, that's not a bad combination. And Stayed in the Dare as well. This is actually kind of a deadly persona. Now with Fear Boost too? You are scary, Nebiros. You are scary. So, with that persona fused now, I guess I'm not really ever going to use him. So we can fuse him directly away. Nebiros and Succubus and Thor here give us a Loki. And now that we are ranked 10 of the Fool Arcana, that's going to rank up to 63, or level up to 63 automatically. It's like magical, and it's like the request was designed for that to be done with it. So, Loki, hello. You are Loki, who is Bachelor Megadola, who I will also probably never use, because you're really low level. Though you do learn Null Fire, so if I ever need someone Null to Fire, I know who to call on. And I will get rid of Charm Boost, just because I probably won't use it, but in case I ever want it, now I can hold on to my Setsy dance, just in case. So, Elizabeth, I've completed your final request of the fusing Arcana. So let's accept this low-key thing. I should have accepted it earlier while I was here. That was dumb of me. However, no, yes, accept it, please. Are you happy with me, Elizabeth? Did I do good? Yeah, see it? Am I magical? Yeah, you did, and I created them all. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm probably at like 75% by now. Yay! We can fuse more personas! Thank you, Elizabeth. I hope I'm up to the challenge as well. I will accept my reward gratefully. So, is there anything else at the moment? No, I don't think that opens up any other requests to us. Yeah. Now it's just these two that we have to do. All in good time. All in good time. Alright, so if we cross our Dekarabia here with our Kikurihime, we get Melchizedek? Whichever one. It's a thing that kind of looks like a robot with wings that can possibly fly. I don't know, can robots fly? I guess sometimes robots can fly. I mean, look at Transformers. They're robots. Maybe. I think they're robots. Either way, that's not the point. This guy can fly across the sky because he's magical. And Fistmaster, you are like just designed for Akihiko. Also, you have Medea Rohan and Akasha Arts, well, you'll have Akasha Arts. Hopefully. Yeah, you do gain enough levels for that, because Akasha Arts is just like deadly. So yeah, you're pretty neato persona. However, at the same time, I also got enough Incubus crossed with Os here gets us a Kurama Tengu, which we have somehow managed to not fuse yet. So, let us fuse him now, of the Hermit Arcana, which I believe is the very, very last Hermit persona we need. I think we have all the other ones. Indeed we do. That's another Arcana we can cross off our list. We're getting like half of them crossed off, but some of them we haven't even started. Some Arcanas, like, we've completed a lot, but we haven't started Judgment. We haven't fused any Judgment personas. We can only fuse 2 right now. Same, we haven't fused any Aeons yet. We only fused 1 Sun. We haven't fused any Tower. And I still need to work on Star. But yeah, we've done a lot, but we have a lot more to go. Mainly we're going to be fusing a lot of personas of these same Arcanas upcoming in the future at some point. Some of them not tonight, because a lot of these personas are very high level, if I do say so myself. So, if we cross our this guy with Siege that guy, we get a Yerlunger, which is kind of hard to say, or weird to say, or awkward. It's a rainbow snake. It's a thing. It's the persona that we need to fuse right now, is basically what I'm saying. Ooh, it's a double-headed rainbow snake. That could be very misconstrued if I said it incorrectly. So let's not talk about that anymore and give it Ice Amp, because Mabufu Dime plus Ice Amp is just pretty much the best thing ever. Also, yeah, take that Growth 3. That's wonderful. Something's about to happen to Garudine. Hope it turns into an Ice skill. Null Pierce. Ooh, that was a good transformation right there, if I do say so myself. Samarakarm, I don't know if I want to. I don't want to lose Null Pierce. I actually quite like that one. I will keep it. And now if I need an Ice persona, I have one. Oh no! Oh no! What do we get? Dekarabia? That's not what I wanted! You were supposed to be like a Lachesis. That's okay. Well, now we have seen our first fusion mistake. Decently uncommon, but they happen. One has finally happened. I guess it was inevitable, considering I've just been sitting here, like, fusing personas. You get all sorts of bonuses that I don't really need or want you to have. I'd much rather have my Lachesis. However, this is a... That happened. That's a thing. So... Oh, well. Now we deal with it and move on with our lives. Oops. Yes, thank you, Igor. So if we do the Pentagon spread with a whole bunch of Hanged Man Arcana personas, we get the final Hanged Man persona, Atis. That's actually not a bad moveset, I guess. Actually, that's not a good moveset at all. I completely lied. That's 2 times. 2 times now. I'm sorry. But it is what it is. Not that I'm really going to use him. He also kind of has no legs. He's kind of like Rayman. Or she, it. There are no legs upon... It actually kind of looks like a her. Then again, I kind of personify everything as a he. So that's my bad there, Atis. Apologies. Samarikarm, we'll get rid of Enrati for that. I have Disrages if I really need them. Repel Light, that'll actually be wonderful. Because you're strong against all sorts of physical stuff, because, I mean, your body doesn't really exist, so it makes sense. Get rid of Ghastly Whale, probably. Really have no fear stuff going on here, and we're not going to get Enduring Soul. Oh well. Worse things, worse things. Yeah. And now, we're actually going to do a triangle spread of 3 of the same Arcana persona, which is kind of uncommon. But if we fuse all 3 of our Fortune Arcanas here, we get the final Fortune persona, Norn. Which is exciting. Also, you have just all of the Garu spells. Garula, Garudine, Magarudine, Magarula. You're just missing, like, the base level Garu and Magaru. And, yeah, you're riding on a clock. That is a thing. I really wish your clock actually told, like, accurate time. That'd be pretty neato if, like, the clock was completely correct. I don't know. I don't know why that would matter, but I think it would be neat nonetheless. Are you going to learn Invigorate? You are. So we have Invigorate, which is restore some SP, Regenerate, which is restore some HP. Oh, you even have Pontaray, which deals severe wind damage and wind amp. Holy cow, you are just all about the wind. I could care less about the HP. I'd rather get the SP for a magical being such as Norn here. I'm actually going to keep him around too. At least keep him in my mind. Or her. Why do I call them him? That is actually that might no, that's a her. That's a her. I don't know why. I just personify everything as him. So sorry to all the personas out there in the world and all the women. Sorry to you as well. And now for the final 2 fusions of the day, let's fuse away Mott of the Death Arcana with the Moon Chernobog here, and we can get a star, the Ganesha. You might remember earlier in the game that when I was getting those Jack Frost dolls for Elizabeth in the arcade, the little crane game, some days it would have a Ganesha bank instead, or a Ganesha maybe. That sounds too much like Kesha to me. But it had that bank in it instead of a Jack Frost doll. So we have indeed run into this persona before in a way, sort of. I don't know, it almost counts. It should sound familiar, at least, is I guess kind of what I'm getting at here. Also, High Counter, I will gladly take that in place of Fire Boost. I don't know any fire spells. And Wind Amp, I will take that in place of Mudo Boost, because I don't know any Mudo spells. It's like I'm just getting rid of things that are supposed to be gotten rid of. Deathbound, I don't really want to, but I'm probably never going to use this persona, so... Absorb Wind! Oh, I already drain Wind. So, that was absolutely useless. Yay! However, with that now fused, if we fuse ourselves our Seth, very expensive persona, with Kikurihime here, we get Garuda as well, also of the Star Arcana. That's another 2-star personas down. The only 2 we can fuse at the moment, because the rest of them are still too high of level. The next star persona, Saturnus, is like level 78 or something. So we won't be fusing him for a little while. We still have another supplementary episode yet, once we do some more grinding and get to a higher level. But I figured we could get some of it out of the way now, and that way we can also feel like we're doing something with our lives. I mean, let's be honest. We're really not sitting here. However, we are at the same time. What am I saying? Of course we are. This is something with our lives. This is a fantastic game. I just have to stop talking. Alright guys, so with our compendium, 79% completed now, and our money healthily drained down to 1.3 million. That is going to be all for this supplementary episode. I was going to show off some persona-like fusion spells, but I'll do that some other time in a future supplementary episode, because there's still going to be one more. Because I'd only be able to show off 2 that I could actually do the requests for, so we'll do it later. So until next time, when we actually do something that progresses this game in any way, shape, or form, if you chose to watch this, thank you so very much, and I hope you're having a fantastic day.